Hello, my name is Chelsea, and this is my presentation for the causes and effects of stress in college students. Many students experience stress at some point in their college journey, but what are the reasons that stress takes place? Regardless of race, age, sex, or religion, all students are placed in a school setting and are expected to succeed. So how common is the feeling of stress in college? Well, majority of college students experience stress as a part of their studies, and a whopping 88% of students experience stress in college. To take a deeper look into this topic, what exactly are the reasons many college students experience stress in their studies, and how does it affect them in their daily lives? Well, one of the causes for stress are timelines. On average, college students have around 7 classes per term and a few years of schooling depending on their program choice. One of the hardest responsibilities to manage in college is timelines. This is a cause of stress for students as it puts pressure on them to have many different kinds of work submitted on time while juggling other classes' timelines as well. And let's not forget that many college students have part-time jobs as well and are juggling that at the same time. Now, what are some effects of these stressful timelines? Well, according to Make Krantz and Houghton J.D., stress can be the result of major health problems such as depression and sleep disturbances, and has been linked to physiological effects like suicide and developing coping mechanisms such as drugs, alcohol, or smoking. Some students attempt to manage their time by creating calendars, making reminders on their phones, or making lists, but from personal experience, things tend to slip by as you're stressed out working on one thing, the other work that is due slips your mind and is now late. The effect of many deadlines and not knowing how to properly manage your time affects students greatly by causing marks to drop and workload to start snowballing. Another cause for stress in college students are online classes and the pandemic of COVID-19. Technology advances as the years go by, and we are now seeing more schools move to online learning. As for colleges, many classes are moved either completely online or half in person and half online. This is mainly due to the spread of the viral COVID-19. Many college students struggle with online classes, as some students need that in-person acknowledgement and help from a teacher, and require a classroom setting in order to remain focused. Being one of those students myself, balancing online classes to in-person classes can be very challenging. So what are some of the reasons and effects of these technology advancements? Well, online classes can cause a variety of issues, some being there are way too many distractions at home, such as cell phones or laptops or pets or people around you. Another reason is they are unable to receive the academic help they need from teachers, such as in an online class, you might have to email your teacher for help, whereas in person, you can just raise your hand and ask them a question and get feedback immediately. Students typically fall asleep during class or don't show up at all, since typically they are taking their online class in bed, and students sometimes don't take their online classes as seriously as their in-person classes. Another cause for stress in college students is the workload. From high school to college, there is a huge level of responsibility and trust on the student's behalf. This is because teachers no longer keep track of their students in college, and it is completely up to the student on whether or not they pass or fail. With huge workloads in college, it is tough to keep track of it all, let alone understand the content itself. Many college students move out of their family home to live in residence and have their own responsibility of getting to college and choosing whether to go or not. This also comes with the responsibility to do the work all on their own. College professors will not call your parents to ask where your assignment or homework is, because they don't care for students who don't care to do the work themselves. Workload is definitely a cause of stress, since if the student chooses simply to not hand in the work, this can set them behind and potentially lead to a failing grade. Effects of workload can be procrastination, as this typically happens with large amounts of work. Students can brush off work only to forget about it and receive a mark of 0. Students can also become overwhelmed with the work and experience burnout, which is basically a lack of motivation to even continue trying. In conclusion, there are timelines, online advancements, pandemic, and workloads, and these are just some of the many causes for a college student to become stressed. But there are lots of many ways to combat these forms of stress, such as organization, mental health breaks, and exercise. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and learned something from my opinions and ideas. Thank you.